What's up, guys? Iceman here. So welcome to Diablo 2 Resurrected. And yes, the latter has begun. Latter numero uno. The one that we've all been looking forward to playing for quite some time now. So yes, it is time to find that Tal rune. It's time to find that Eth rune to make that stealth armor. It's time to make those spirit swords and shields for the 10,000th time. It's time to make a lore helm again. But beyond that, more importantly, it's time to find ourselves damn high runes. So these are the places that I like to farm for high runes. In hell, of course, high density places. Now, it's going to vary some depending on your build and class. So keep that in mind. But places like this with high density, you see this? You see all these mobs everywhere? So if you're like Javazon or something, which I think is quite ideal for these tasks, you can really clear a lot with very cheap gear. But this isn't a Javazon, of course. This is a lightning sorceress. It's very expensive. But you can still get this done with other characters. So basically, the player jungle, I think, is a great spot to try and find high runes. And a few others I'm going to show you. So you basically kill all this crap. What monster level is it on? Okay, monster level 1. Yep! Yep! Hell yeah! Alright, alright. Just kill the little guys. Just little guys that don't have much HP. I like to kill them. This character's performing quite bad, but that's fine. Just a bunch of junk, man. Just kill a bunch of junk. Alright, let me try something else now. So a few years back, I found an Ohm rune in the Dark Wood. Because this place is easy. There's just trash mobs over the place. So even Act 1 Hell, just areas like this, you can find a Burr rune here, okay? Pretty much the most desirable rune in D2R as of currently. Until maybe when they start actually switching rune words up and changing stuff up.
Has an aura of magic about it.
But until that day comes, Burr is pretty high on the list. Or Bear, you like to call it a bear rune? It's called a bear rune. A bear rune can drop here. And there's a lot of density. So another place that I like to farm, those of you who watch this channel know this is pretty much the only place I go. I go to the pit. And one more place I go to the Chaos Sanctuary. The pit is right in the, how do you say that? Temoe Highland? It's right in here. And I like to kill crap on the way. Just kill all this junk. Keep your eyes peeled. Alright. You just never know. You never know what's going to drop. But teleport around and find a little quat hole. There's that. One of the trails will go to the Black Marsh, and the other trail will go to the pit. See this? See the trail on the map? So sometimes you get lucky. It's just a 50-50 chance, really. There's probably subtle ways to tell which one is more likely the correct trail to the pit, but I don't know those ways. Maybe they exist. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But this is where I like to farm, to find runes. In my time playing Diablo, found a few high runes here. I found a Gull rune as well, a shitty rune, but I mean, you just gotta go hard. Alright? You gotta not be a sourpuss, you just gotta go hard. And I think this is a great place to farm runes. Any rune can drop here in the game, of course. Another benefit is this is a level 85 area. So you can find items like Tyrael's Might. Hell yeah. If only that armor were worth a damn. It's just a piece of trash. But I mean, it's cool. It's blue. So yeah, it's a blue. It's cool. It's blue. That's basically it. But aside from that, you can find Indariel's Visage. You can find Shaco, but Shaco can find a lot of places. But the 85 area, which is what this is, you can find a Griffin's Eye here. You can find a Death's Web here, if we're going to be talking about actual items of value. Wisp Projector can fall here. A Style Points ring. Ooh. Great Charms can fall here, obviously. Skillers with a ton of life and crap like that. But basically, just farm this like 100 million times, and you'll find a few high runes at least. Alright, you have my word on that. So let me show you guys another area that I like to farm for high runes. Now, a Lightning Sorceress isn't great for this area, but this is how you get rich as a toad. You farm the Hell Trav. Some characters that are good for this with budget gear. I think a Berserker Barbarian or something. You kill all these guys, alright? I hope nothing good fell right there. You kill all those guys. What a Blizzard Sorceress can do this with budget gear. They can usually kill most of them. A Whirlwind Barbarian, an Immortal King Barbarian is great for this area. So they're quite cheap, easy to attain that gear. No one really wants IK gear. A couple weeks in the ladder. Some people, it's just not top tier desirable items, you know. But you get yourself an IK Barbarian, and you can just whirlwind the shit out of these guys and potentially find runes and things like that. And with a Barbarian, you can also item find them. The best of the best uniques can't drop here, but a lot of the good ones can. All right, so yeah, farm this area. Now let me show you another area. Hey, yeah. Let's see if we can clear the Trav with this pretty trashy summon melee hybrid druid. But this is a good area to farm, man. As mentioned, you can find some pretty nice items here. And most of the desirable runes can drop here as well. Can they all drop here? Can Zod drop here? Let me know in the comments. I'll look it up. I'll look it up in just a moment. But kill these guys. I think the best way to go with cheap stuff, just make an Immortal King Barbarian. And then you can item find all the corpses as mentioned. Alright, let me look this up. Can a Zod drop here? Let's find out. Okay. To my understanding, a Cham rune can drop here at the highest. In which case, you could find 2 Cham runes and transmute them in a cube to make a Zod rune. But you probably wouldn't do that. For one, no one really wants a Zod rune anyway. And you could easily trade a Cham plus a lower rune for a Zod rune in general. So, but more importantly, you can find runes like Bear. You can find Ja rune or J rune. You can find a J rune. Is that how you say it? I think it's J rune. I'm pretty sure it's a J rune. You can find a Bear rune and a J rune here. So very important. Let me show you a few other spots that are great for farming high runes. The Arcane Sanctuary in Act 2. This place is great for farming high runes. One notable feature about this place and farming it is that the creatures like the ghost things, and you can find them in the Chaos Sanctuary as well. These guys, specters. For one, as long as you're not a physical character, damage character, they're quite easy to kill. But the benefit is these guys have a higher probability of dropping runes than other monsters in the game, because a few tiers of item types are eliminated from their pool of items that they can drop. To my understanding, I think that thing was stolen from some other guy. They can't drop armors and weapons, so they can drop, however, jewelry and runes. So that's why they're good to farm. It is important to not kill them when they're above the void here, because then they just won't drop anything. But the Chaos Sanctuary is a great place to farm, and let me fact check this shit. Let's find out what is the highest rune that can fall in the Chaos Sanctuary. Let's look this shit up. Hell yeah! All right, man. You saw it here first. It looks like, according to Google, runes up to Cham rune can fall here. So pretty good. Of course, the only one after Chom is Zod. So you can find most of the runes here. Everything outside of Zod. According to that singular Google answer anyway. But nonetheless, this is a great place to farm pretty much all the desirable runes in the game. Hey, a first rune drop. It's a cute little Ral rune. That'll have to do. That'll do, Hank. That'll do. That'll do, Toad. That'll do. So let me show you another place or two, alright? So the tower in the Black Marsh is a very common place to farm runes. I think it's more ideal when you're starting and going through normal mode to farm the Countess for the very basic runes for items like stealth and spirit. In normal mode, the Countess can drop up to a Ral rune, so you actually can't get all the spirit runes with that, but you can get some desirable ones. And in Nightmare, the Countess can drop up to a Ko rune. Alright, now I don't know what she can drop in Hell, but out of curiosity, let's go kill her, and let's Google this shit again. Yeah! If you guys will like the video, become a channel member if you want to support me. You will then also have access to my epic live streams. Alright, you'll have access to the epic live streams of the past, and thank you guys for your support. May you have many wives to my channel members and my patrons. So I'm going to get to the Countess, and let's see what that Vayman drops. Or let's see what they drop, rather, shall we? Ooh. Okay, an Eth rune. So 2 runes in this video so far. Just crappy runes, but that's fine. That's fine. You got a Ral and an Eth rune. A Ral can be used for insight. Ral Ter Eth Sal. I think I got it right. Ral Ter Eth Sal. Is that what it is? I haven't made an insight in a hot minute. Eth rune for Tal Eth armor. A very desirable early game item for cast rate. So the sorceresses in your team most likely will want a stealth armor to get through all the trash while trying to rush you guys. So let's see what the Countess drops. I mean, he should be right down here. Here he is. There he is. A Tal rune and a key. All right, let me show you guys another desirable area to farm runes. I don't know, dog. This is a bit confusing. These guys on this thread are saying that the Countess can drop up to an Ist, but it also has a very rare chance of dropping up to a low. The much rare refers to the special drop. Like just a special drop or some shit? I don't know. Take that as you may. Alright, it's either an Ist or a low. I don't know which one. So anyway, let's keep going. You know, while we're at it, we might as well just Google the best places to find high runes. The Lower Kurast? Oh, yeah, the chest. There's a chest in the Lower Kurast. I'll show you in just a minute. One of the best places you can find high runes, they say? I think it's because in single player you have the set maps that you retain as you exit and join the game. So you can always go back to the chest like right away. So it really takes away a lot of time that it would otherwise take in multiplayer where it's a new map every time. So I think that's why they consider that one of the best places, but it kind of only applies to single player. But nonetheless, they are easy to get to, and you don't really have to kill enemies, so you can still do it on battle.net. They say the Arcane Sanctuary, they say Cows, they say Chaos Sanctuary, and they say the Countess, and probably a few other areas. Where can I find? Flare Jungle, hey, yeah, that's what Ice Boy said. Oh, yeah, and this area right over here. You know that we do the whole Canyon of the Magi runs when we're trying to get to level 24 or something. These are also a good place to farm in Hell for runes. For one, they have these guys again. So simply a higher probability of them dropping a rune over other enemy types in the game. The ghost things. There's like 3 or 4 different types that look just like these guys throughout the game. So find those guys, and that's how you find the runes, alright? Basically, just go through all these things and kill all the enemies that you can. Nope, not gonna die. This is kind of a tough one. There's often a bunch of skeletons and shit. The skeletons I tend to find easier to kill. But there's these guys. Kill the ghost things. And let me show you guys another area. I'll show you probably my favorite area to farm, just in general. That's right. It's the Chaos Sanctuary. This is a level 85 area. It's not too difficult. Like, there is a lot of elemental damage, but it's not too severe. So really, you can generally make do getting through here without having max res. There are no physical immunes that are just at their base enemy level anyway. There are some uniques that might be immune to physical, but none of the trash mobs are immune to physical here. You have a good selection of enemies here. You have the ghost things again for the higher probability of a rune drop. You basically have a few seals to pop for bosses and uniques, and then at the end you get a happy ending to potentially kill Diablo and maybe even get a nice drop. So that's just why I like to farm this area so much. It's a great area to farm. Maybe I'll get to Diablo, we'll see what he drops. But let me know where you guys are at in the ladder reset so far. I think I bailed after Act 3 normal mode. I just don't like to play too long at once, ever. So I take it easy, I take it slow. And then, of course, I make videos throughout the coming months, so I'm really in no rush to try to just get there or get this fast, you know. I was never really in a rush to do that, even back in the day, before I was making videos. I was just a little duck. I never really gave much of a shit about going fast for the ladder. I kind of like to savor it. Is that how you say? I kind of like to savor it a little bit. Again, because I make videos, and nowadays anyway, so. Look at that. 30 run, 23 magic bind, 15 fire res, and some half freeze duration. Quite nice. But let me know, how do you guys perceive the whole ladder reset thing? And what do you, how do you like to go about running it? Do you like to go quick? Do you like to be like Minutemen and shit? Or do you, you just take it easy? You know, yeah, I tried to warn some of the guys in my group. I said, I'll probably play for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I think I ended up playing for a little over 2 hours. I mean, we were just taking our time, didn't really give a shit. Just made all sorts of weird-ass builds and took it easy. But yeah, now the nice part is that there's just a whole world ahead of me. With my Paladin, I have like everything defined still. I like everything. I don't even have a spirit or anything like that. So yeah, it can really last a long time if you wanted to. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, let's see what old Satan drops. Oh, no static. No static. Where's it? There it is. Get static going. Not the best character for ball skills. Alright. There's one more spot. Let's check it out. So, Moo Moo Farm is a well-known place to farm high runes. To my understanding, up to a Zod rune can fall here. So, it's a level 83 area, I believe. So you can't get the level 85 area item drops. But, yeah, for runes, and it's high density, they're quite easy to kill. If you make a Javazon, for example, it's a great way to clear cows. Just get high pierce, and you can still use a shitty javelin and get the job done. But I think this is one of the last places on my list. I mean, you can farm the Worldstone Keep areas as well. So I think those are great, but let me know. Where do you guys like to farm for high runes? Comment below. Like the video if you will. I'm going to try to end this before 20 minutes, so become a patron if you want. Become a channel member if you want to support me. And to my members and patrons, may your finances be blessed, and may you have many wives. Peace with you.